know now, so we have a starting point. So the exercise for this morning is easy. We're doing it for the first time you're getting this. So number one, and actually I'll use Ernie, which is great. Ernie, what's the target condition for the plant? Because you're the director of operations. What's the target condition for the plant?
The target condition is to increase the equivalent units.
Okay. From what to what?
From 220 to 286 okay. By December.
Good. That's perfect. Now, the current condition is that we're doing 220 now. So you answered both in one. That's great. Now we turn over the card, guys. So take a look at the back. What was your last step, Ernie, to do that? What was your last step in increasing throughput out of paint?
We discussed moving the sanding area to have a supermarket in front of the paint shop.
Good. I like it.
That's our last step.
Good. And what did you expect when you were going through that? What did you expect when we discussed that to move it? What did you expect?
When we were planning the supermarket, we ran into obstacles, lighting.
Yeah.
We required more lighting, so we purchased lighting.
Right.
We also established that maybe we need to implement more roller space on the floor. So what we did is, through Roland's help, we acquired 4 hours of equivalent units require 700 square feet of roller space.
So you figured that out?
We figured that out.
Good.
So now we have a plan in place. The lights have been purchased, the electrician has been called to leave power for the lighting, and then we have an action plan. We also learned that we need, in order to have a buffer of 4 hours, that we need 700 square feet to
right.
A supermarket.
Good, and you didn't know that before?
We didn't know that before.
Right, so you need that, so you sectioned it off, and that's what you learned.
Correct.
So when we say 4 hours, it didn't translate to 700 square feet, but now it does.
Now it does.
Good, thank you. Thank you.
Currently, this is our assembling area. Our current condition is from assembly, all our parts move this way through, and all our sanders are in the far west side there, and it goes into the paint. What we would like to have is a buffer zone from sanding into paint, which will hold 0.5 of a day's work in front of it at all times. So in order to do that, this is what we will do. As you can see right now, the sanders are standing right in front of the paint shop, which won't allow us to have the 0.5 days worth of work in front of the paint shop at all times because they are physically in front of the paint shop. So what we're in the process of doing is moving the standing areas from the current state. We're going to move it back about 50 feet and create between 4 poles here. The standing area where it is now will be over here, which will allow us to have the buffer zone in between the paint shop and the standing area, and will allow us to have 1.5 days worth of work in front of the paint shop at all times.